expression, like I'm just here for the max.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Mondays with Max.
You can't see me.
You can't see me? Are you serious?
Let's go ahead. Sorry, hold on. There you are.
Yeah, I'm like just a little bit delayed. Sorry. The countdown started and Sunflower Mom was like, hey, they can't see you. Anyway, welcome all. How you guys all doing tonight? Let's do a quick roll call. See, only give people credit who are here right on time, right promptly at the start. Canadian Miner, thank you for being here. You Ursa Prime, yes, LFG. UK Miners Club, thank you for being here. Thank you for being up late. Triple D Innovations, good to see you, sir. Patrick Guyan, thank you for being a member. Gordon Murray, Retro Mike, again, congratulations on your 1K subscribers. As well as, did you make 4,000 watch hours? We try to do our part. Anyway, let us know if you got to those 4,000, that magical 4,000 watch hours. He was so close when he got the 1,000 subscribers. He was already at 3,900, but trying to get him over the top, get him to monetization, which is always the one thing every YouTuber strives to do when they start their channel. Slick Nick 87, good to see you. Mining King, thank you for being here and being a member. Let's see, a lot of same people. All Set Miner, thank you for being here and being a member. Let's see here. Argon Strider, again, thank you for being a member. Chuck Danger, thank you for being a member. Crypto Craig, good to see you, sir. Katrum, thank you for being a member. And of course, the infamous Sunflower Mama is here with me, keeping me in line every step of the way. Integra Guy, thank you for being here and being a member. Automatic Beats, thank again for being a member. Appreciate it. Appreciate all my members. Sadie, sometimes thank you for being a member. Very much appreciate that. Hobbyist, sir. No, you didn't miss it. I know it's late for you. I know you always complain. You're old. Time for you to go to bed, right? Just kidding. Actually, I think that was DJ that complained about it because he used to have to get up early. It wasn't you. So sorry. Not you, hobbyist. I was thinking of DJ. Anyway, Steven Cicero, thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, Baldini, good to see you, sir. Chris Stewart, good to see you. I think Burn, thank you for being here. Sorry, I'm having to go up the chat because it jumped. Okay, I think I got up through it. Travelers Travels, thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. Blue Dragon Mining, good to see you. Joe Spindler, Quincy White, Reyes Mining, good to see you all. And Travelers Travels, again, 1 month member. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. And happy Monday to you as well. Let's see here. And Crypto Craig, thank you very much for the super chat of 1234, also known as 1234. Yeah, I already said that. And for some reason, Retro Mike is now Retro Mike Tech. And Retro Mike Crypto is not Retro Mike Tech. He should have changed it to Retro Mike Crypto Trader. It is common in the bear market, so that in order to increase your views, to take crypto out of your name on YouTube, it's, you know, Serpent X Tech did the same thing. So, I mean, it's not uncommon, and no, it doesn't make them a trader. It just makes them smart business people. So, kudos to you, Retro Mike, for doing the thing that benefits you without affecting your content whatsoever. But the other thing is that, you know, in the bear market, there's less to talk about a lot of times. So it is good to have more broad, subject matter that you can cover so that you can still keep your content coming to your viewers. So that's the reason why I'm only do my live stream on Mondays. Cause yeah, it's because of the lack of content. Sure. I'll go with that. Anyway, I might have a video coming out on Saturday. I have an idea for one. So I might have one that comes out on Saturday. Need some time to put that together. All righty. Yes, the tree is still up. It is not a Christmas tree. It is a crypto tree. So Lights are not on. There are no lights on it at all. It's not just that they're turned off. There's no lights on it. So it is the crypto tree. It's just a great way to, I don't know, it's just a great way to display all the stickers I have. I like it. Anyway, all right. Let's see what else we have here. Anyway, if you do want me to read something, you're right. Serpent was Serpent X Special Forces, and then he changed to Serpent X Tech. Anyway, but yeah, if you guys have something you want me to read, tag me in the chat. Otherwise, we will start heading into the subjects at hand. All right. Why do I not have? I gotta add in. Oh, there we go. Sorry, still getting used to this. Super chat, Crypto Crag. I apologize to Retro Mike Tech. Well, again, thank you for the super chat. Completely unnecessary, but it is appreciated. And also, miner says ban Crypto Crag. Anyway, I'm the real winner. Oh, okay. Yes, I guess I am because I'm the one getting the super chats. So appreciate that. Anyway, well, actually, since we are talking about Retro Mike, I will give kudos where kudos is due. So we were on Red Panda's stream yesterday, and we were making progress. And then Sunflower Mom was like, "Well, how can I subscribe?" I'm like, "Yeah, just subscribe on that." She's like, "Do you want me to subscribe on all my channels?" I'm like, "Yeah, that would be great." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute. I didn't subscribe on all my channels. I wonder who else isn't doing that." So it was her idea, and then I communicated in the chat to, "Hey guys, subscribe on all your channels, and hey, if you think of it, you could always create multiple channels and subscribe on every one of them." So I know I'm subscribed at least 9 or 10 times to Retro Mike now. So, but anyway, kudos to everybody that was involved in that on Red Panda's stream. It didn't look like there was a prayer in hell of actually getting to 1,000, and then there was a big push at the end, and we made it happen. So again, happy for Retro Mike. His if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to his channel because it is very good content, very detailed. It's the kind of content I love. It's a little dry. It's certainly like the polar opposite of, say, DJ Minds or I won't say the polar opposite. So I think of DJ Minds as being one end of the spectrum, and I think of Retro Mike as kind of being the other end of the spectrum. And then you have somebody like Geek of All Trades who's kind of in the middle, who has that sense of humor, but also provides, great information at the same time in more of an entertaining way. Your how-tos and your detailed information is what you're going to get from Retro Mike. So anyway, definitely go check them out. UK Miners Club, thank you for the super chat. Very much appreciate it. Whoop for the crypto tree. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, funny you mentioned that. There's Tom Grossi is a Green Bay Packer fan, and he has some very, very funny content about the NFL. If you follow NFL football, check him out. Tom Grossi is the guy's name. Grossi. He is freaking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Well, anyway, when he does a live stream, every time there's a $50, I think it's a $50 super chat or higher, a $50 gets a boop, and then a $100 gets a boop boop. So anyway, so that's what made me think of that when you said whoop. Anyway, if you do like the NFL, go check him out. He's hilarious. He had one today about he always puts on different jerseys and shows like what the different teams are thinking and what the different fans are thinking. Anyway, the latest one was on Lamar Jackson, who has asked for a trade. And it's funny, the different reactions from the teams that are in the division. Like Cincinnati's like, "Oh, well, I guess we really didn't need a secondary this year anyway in our division." Something to that effect. Anyway, it's just one of the small little jokes in it. Go, if you like NFL football, go check him out. You will not be disappointed. I always enjoy his content. Anyway, all right. Sorry, way off track, but let's get back to it. Let me see if I can actually remember how to share my screen. That would be good. let's do that. And then let's add to the scene. There we go. So market looks a little ugly, but I look at that as a very pretty color shade of red, actually, because of the reason behind it is a lot of FUD in my mind. So basically, so we'll go right into the Binance thing, and then we'll go back to the Caspa thing. So what caused this market downturn was Binance getting sued and the CEO getting sued over willful evasion of US laws. So what does that really mean? So Binance has two divisions. Well, divisions. They're separate companies, supposedly. Anyway, regardless, there's Binance US and there's Binance. Binance US requires know your customer. Binance does not, from what I understand. Again, US customers are not supposed to be allowed to actually be a customer of Binance because of the products they offer, including unregistered derivatives. So anyway, so that's the reason why they were outlawed. Well, the accusation is that Binance was, for their VIP customers, were coaching them on how to get around the geotagging to be able to still trade. So the real question I have, and I haven't delved into this that much, but the real question is, how do they know for sure that Binance is coaching them? And then the other part of it is so how are they getting around it? A VPN. Everybody knows you can get around a VPN or get around geotagging and where you are by using a VPN. I shouldn't say everybody. A great number of people that would be VIPs would have people that maybe they don't know, but people that work for them would know. So why would they need somebody at Binance to tell them to use a VPN to get around it? I don't know. That's the part of the story that really kind of puzzles me, because why would Binance do something so stupid to coach their customers to use a VPN? I mean, there's advertisements for it everywhere. Use a VPN. Well, why else do you use a VPN? Yes, you use it to secure your transactions with the internet, so you can hide, like, so people can't snoop your packets and all that kind of stuff. So yes, it's used for that. But a big reason why people use VPNs is to say that they're somewhere else. And that's very well known. People who just want to watch a TV show or a live TV event in a different country. I have never done it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But there were times where you had to pay to see the Tour de France online in the United States or other cycling races, especially the spring classics. But if you had a VPN, you could spoof that you were in Europe and get it for free. So, I mean, this is, I wouldn't quite say it's general knowledge, but very well known. And like I said, if it's a VIP, that person's either going to know because they're intelligent and they research and they figure out ways to do things. That's why they're where they are, or they have people that would be able to tell them. One of the two. So I don't know. It certainly seems like a whole lot of FUD to me. But I guess the big question is, what led the CFTC to state that they that they coached their VIP clients to of ways of getting around that geotagging, their location identification, so via IP address. So I don't know. I think more will come out of this, but bottom line is, how does this really affect the value of crypto? Last time I checked, Bitcoin, yes, there are derivatives that are traded around Bitcoin, but the value of Bitcoin is not determined by a handful of US VIPs that are getting around the system. I mean, because they got plenty of other places they could go. So great. I can't do it at Binance anymore. Great. I'll trade out of there and I'll go somewhere else that doesn't have know your customer, and I'll find other ways to get around it. I don't know. Like I said, to me, it doesn't have a fundamental effect on the market. But for those people that don't understand, they hear Binance CEO is getting sued. That's all they hear. They don't hear the reasons why. They hear and they think, what does this mean? Who was the last one to get sued? Sam Bankman-Fried. Well, why did he get sued? Because he was a fraud. Okay, yeah, that's a way different scenario of what we're talking about here. Here we're talking about somebody trying to get around the system, as opposed to somebody who's flat out doesn't have your money. Nobody's accusing Binance, well, at least in the suit, nobody's accusing Binance of not having your crypto. So anyway, I think it's a whole bunch of, like I said, maybe Binance got their hand caught in the cookie jar. That's possible, but I don't know. I look at this downturn in the market as an opportunity. Again, not financial advice, but again, whenever you look at a reason why something goes down, look at the reasons why. This is why I talked about last week when we're looking at the bank stocks. Yeah, bank stocks are like, nobody wants to have anything to do with them. But sometimes that's the best time to get in. You're buying up things at a much lower cost because everybody's nervous about them. But if the fundamentals about something like a bank that is honestly, pretty black and white, what kind of liabilities does it have, or what kind of assets does it have? Does it have longer term bonds? Does it have 5-year bonds? Does it have 3-year bonds? There are ratios and analysis that you can do that is at least based upon the last, usually they have up until like the end of last year. So it's not, exactly where it is right now, but the bank's assets don't change that rapidly. What will change is if they have 5-year bonds and then the Fed decides it's going to increase 75 basis points every single time. The value of those bonds is going to decrease pretty rapidly as a result. So for those that don't, again, talking about the bank crisis. So for those that don't know, the interest rate and the price of a bond are inversely proportional. So think of it this way. If you bought a 1% bond, let's say a 1% 5-year bond, and actually I'm using the same example that Meet Kevin used, just because I thought it was a good example, but you bought a 1% 5-year bond, and then 6 months later, the going rate on a 5-year bond is now 5%. So that 5% on a $1,000 bond is paying $50. That's your 5% per year. So that means over that 5 years, it's going to pay $250. Okay. 1% is going to pay $10 or $50. So that $200 difference on that bond has to be taken into account. So if we're talking, the full length of the bond, let's say it happened, you bought it and the next day it was 5%. The cost of the price of that bond would go from $1,000 down to $800, because now $800 is going to be that point at which the bond is now worth 5%. And I guess my numbers might not be perfect, but you get the idea. You're losing a significant amount of money of the value of the asset. You're still getting paid out what you expected to get paid out in the first place. You're going to get your initial $1,000 back, and you're going to get paid $50. So your net is going to be $1,050. But for those people that still expect to get $1,050 after those 5 years, well, okay, well, it's $1,000 investment, and I expect to get $250, which means I should end up with $1,250. Well, I'm not going to end up with that because it's a 1%, which means now I got to get, the bond is worth $800. And I'm going to get my $1,000 back at the end and get paid $50. So you're still making that $250 at the end of the day. It's just that you're making that extra $200 at the very end of the when you redeem the bond. So anyway, that's how that all works. So these banks who only have, again, if they're, let's say they had everything in 5-year bonds, they've lost 20% of the value in that particular scenario. Again, a fake scenario, but interest rates have been going up a lot. If they have, 3-month bonds, 6 months bonds, 1 month bonds, they're still in effect where even if there's a bank run, you may only be able to meet 97% of your, of the bank run. And you're going to have to start selling those assets at a loss, which again makes your books look worse anyway. So, but the bottom line is there's banks out there such as the too big to fail banks, SIBs, strategically important banks, that have to stay within stricter parameters. So they are the safer banks. But there are community banks out there that are, if you look at comparisons to the big banks, to those community banks, you're going to find community banks out there that actually will meet the same requirements as the strategically important banks. Therefore, they're a safer bank, but yet they're getting hammered because they're part of the banking sector. Those are the ones you'd want to look for. So anyway, kind of getting a little off track. Retro Mike Tech. Sorry, I was going to say crypto. Gifted 5 max voltage mining and crypto memberships. Thank you. Also known as OnlyFlans. Just so you know. Anyway, Ant 125, DRV 287, Mass Boost, Canadian Miner, and Gandalf Gray. Congratulations to all the winners. And again, thank you, Retro Mike Crypto, for gifting those memberships. I very much appreciate that. All right. So anyway, sorry, getting back to the Binance thing. So yes, it's nothing like FTX, nothing like it at all. It's the CFTC suing them over unregistered securities, meaning unregistered derivatives, selling of unregistered derivatives. So yeah, did they break the rules? Yeah. Are they probably going to get fined millions of dollars? Yep, probably will. And I expect that probably the same thing's going to happen to Coinbase as well. They're going to get fined millions of dollars with their Wells notice that they had last week. So yeah, lots of interesting things happening in the crypto market, but nothing like what we have seen recently with, well, there was actually one more thing regarding Binance. And that is there was a judge that ruled to put a pause on the Voyager takeover by Binance.us. Again, totally different than what we have here with the CFTC, because that's regular Binance, not Binance.us. So anyway, so they've put the judge put the merger on hold. So for those people that are hoping to get their money out of Voyager, we'll see how long it takes. But yeah, I don't know. But it was an interesting development. I didn't really. It's kind of like when you're trying to save a struggling bank, why would you stop that? I mean, there's people that were hurt. So unless you got another person waiting in the wings and you think that's a better suitor, but I mean, is it really the government's responsibility to be doing that? I don't know. I have a real problem with that. Feel like because it's crypto, everybody's got to put things on hold because something might be wrong with it. But got to remember, there's people's money at stake here, and people who have money in Voyager want to get their money out, or at least want to feel safe that their money that they had deposited in Voyager is now whole, whether they take it immediately out or not. So anyway, I think that kind of stinks. I think this is unfortunately a time where I think politics got involved with this one. It was a judge out of New York. Again, I try not to get political. I'm very much in the middle, but I call them as I see them. And in this particular case, I know that crypto is an easy punching bag right now. And yeah, if somebody's trying to make a name for themselves, right now I see a lot of that happening where somebody's going to call out crypto as, oh, the evil of this generation or whatever, which it just isn't. So anyway, UK Miners Club, thank you very much for gifting 5 max voltage mining and crypto memberships. Very much appreciate it. The winners are Kaiser. Okay. UK Miners Club was gifted a membership by UK Miners Club. Rigged. Totally rigged. You can't do that. I call foul. No, I'm just kidding. That is funny though. Anyway, Alejandro Alvarez, Pocket Change being gifted a membership, and Crypto Badell. Anyway, congratulations to everyone. And thanks again to UK Miners Club for gifting 4 max voltage mining and crypto memberships and buying one for himself. Anyway, that is really funny. Yes. Actually, I've said before, if anybody wants a sticker, but especially Retro Mike Crypto, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've sent you anything. If you want some stickers, UK Miners Club, if you want some stickers, let me know. Just shoot me a DM. Anyway, Iowa Crypto Mining, previously known as Depran. Good evening, sir. Yeah. Wow. I RIP anybody's NCAA tournament brackets. Anyway, Iowa Crypto Mining. He's an Iowa fan. I'm an Illinois fan. So anyway, both of our teams were out in the first round. So there you go. Anyway, alrighty. So I think enough of the Binance thing. You get my drift on it. We know that the U.S. government is overstepping their bounds in a lot of these cases, where they would normally let well enough alone, but because it has crypto tied to it. Yeah. Anyway. So, all right, well, let's get on to better subjects, which, as I mentioned here, okay, so yeah, there's some things that are down, although BTC is back above 27,000. Well, that's funny. What did I say at the beginning of the stream? It was like less than 27. And I said, I think this is a buying opportunity, not financial advice. But look at that. Wow, max voltage pumped the market. Anyway, if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Anyway, but for those that don't know, Caspa has been pumping. And so one of the things the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because this is not what you've seen here, let me, so yeah, Sunflower Mama took my background off, which is good, but I didn't realize it. Anyway, so Caspa is pumping, but the biggest difference here is you've seen other, especially delisted, cryptos, coins that have been delisted, and they get their big pump and then immediately falls. And Caspa's not doing that. You're going to have, the pump, and then it seems to be trading sideways. It seems to continually do that. If you look at where it's been, here you have an increase, and then you see it trading sideways. Yeah, it takes a little bit of fall, and then it continues to rise, then a little bit of a fall, then trade sideways, and then you get your pump, trade sideways for a little bit, you get a little bit of a fall, then it increases again. I mean, bottom line is it's like you don't see these huge spikes like you did at the very beginning of Caspa, which is, yeah, pretty normal for a small coin that is just starting out. But you're seeing these more continuous, I don't want to say continuous because it's not going to go up forever, but you're seeing it where it has a trend. It continues that trend up until it hits, like right now, I don't know what the limit is. It's gone through, like if you look at the strictest definition of a bull run, this is blown through the bull market doors. It went past its previous high. So let me just double check that though before I say that. Let's go to all. But yeah, it's gone past its previous high. Let's go to 6 months. There we go. But yeah, it's gone well past its previous high. So yeah. And so, right now, what is its limit? What is the next resistance? We don't know until it stops. So one of the things I am doing, again, not financial advice, is I've said before, say it again. I sell on the way up, I buy on the way down. Now Caspa, still relatively new. Will I buy on the way down? Not sure. But I am selling on the way up. I'm making sure that I continue to increase the value of my Caspa holdings, but I'm also making sure that if it does crash back down, I'm not losing money, or not losing significant amount of money, because I did cash out when it was higher. So I am cashing out into Litecoin. That's just what I'm doing. I mean, you can cash out into your coin of your choice. I did actually last week do a little bit more flux when it was below 60. It's now back above 60, so I'm not doing that now. Again, it's not that I think flux shouldn't be above 60. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that below 60 is where I can't resist buying flux, because I think it's kind of ridiculous that it's below 60. So I look at it as, again, an opportunity. And again, I'm not putting any new money into my crypto holdings. This is all mining reward. So basically right now I'm paying my power bill out of pocket. I am mining at a profit. So I feel that I can do that at this point. But anyway, I'm getting a little off track there again, like I always do. But yeah, I am impressed with what I see on the chart of Caspa. So we'll have to kind of wait and see when it stops. Hasn't stopped yet. Let me go back to the 1 day. That kind of more shows what's going on. But yeah. So I guess my question is, I meant to put this in the poll. Are you... All right, let's see. If you are holding Caspa, are you selling or buying? And yes, or sorry, buying, selling, don't hold, don't have any. Let's put it that way. All right, there's the poll. Let me know what you guys are doing. But yeah, I'm and then I'm also mining a little bit of Dynex. I have my 5700 XT rig on Dynex, profitable. So at least for now. But yeah, I'm kind of getting an itch to sell my 5700 XTs to get a maybe two 4070s. Thought that'd be kind of fun to have those. Crypto Crag with 5 more max voltage mining and crypto memberships. You guys are gonna break the Discord server. Anyway, the new members are J Mining, Blaine Anderson, BDJ Miner, Raging Bull Miner, Joker. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, Road Puts.
Also, Kyle, Rogers, and Luke got some up further. So I wrote it down.
Oh, what was up further?
They got memberships too.
Oh, got it.
Luke and Kyle Rogers.
So Luke and Kyle Rogers also got memberships. So thank you guys very much for becoming members. Very much appreciate it. Oh, that reminds me, and I didn't get a chance to implement it yet. But I've told you guys before, I'm using EVMux. I did find out that's how you pronounce it, evmux.com. That's what I'm using for my streaming service right now. And allows me to bring in guests if I ever decide to do that, which I will on occasion. But I really like the software, and it's still being developed. But one of the key things that it does is it now allows me to actually Stream Elements was some of the other things I had on the screen that would flash up subscribers and super chats and all that kind of stuff. If you notice, those are gone. Well, they just implemented a feature last week. I didn't get a chance to put it in here yet. I will do that for next week. And maybe I'm trying to think, maybe I'll do a stream on Saturday instead of doing a video. I don't know. We'll see. but maybe I'll have that up for Saturday. But anyway, okay. So those elements will be back up shortly now with that new feature, which is pretty cool. So, anyway, but yeah, I'm sorry that things aren't flashing up on the screen anymore, but I'll get that changed. Matt K, if you sell on the way up, you're just going to run out of Caspa. It's not coming down. That's always a possibility. That is always a possibility. But the key is, so if I believe that it's continuing to run up, it's still going to have dips along the way. So I'm selling on the way up. Let's say it gets up to 3 cents. Right now, I think it was a 2.2. Yeah, almost 2.3. So let's say it gets up to 3 cents and then it dips back down to 2.5. Well, as I said, I'm selling the way up. So then I'll buy back in some at 2.5 cents. So again, it's a risk mitigation to do it that way. Because you never know, like, just like you don't want to catch a falling knife, as they call it, when you're trying to buy something. You do not want to, I don't know what the exact difference is, but it's the opposite. You don't want to, you want to be careful as you're selling on the way up. Yes, you might miss the top, but things go up a lot slower than they come down usually. Obviously, some of these most recent pumps that were on delisted coins, that was a little bit different situation where they basically went up just as fast as they came down. But in general, they generally, like this, is going up at a gradual. When it decides it's going to fall because it's finished, it's reached a resistance level, you're going to see a significant drop in a shorter period of time. It's generally how it works. So now what's interesting is looking at the screen, you just notice that Caspa is this close to breaking into the top 100. It is rank 101 according to Coin 360. Let's look at Coin Market Cap. You're nuts. So Ted said some of the Twitter space pump and dumpers are buying Caspa. That's definitely a possibility. And so you have the two sides of the coin here. You have people on Ted's side of the coin that are saying, hey, it's pump and dumpers. They're pumping the coin. It's going to come back down. Might be right. Matt K says, if you sell on the way up, you're just going to run out of Caspa because it ain't coming down. He might be right too. So my point is don't guess. What I do is I sell on the way up because I don't know which one's right. But if I sell some on the way up, making sure that I keep some, because basically I set a minimum dollar amount that I want to keep. So as it goes up, I'll sell, but I will never fall below that dollar amount in the coin. So anyway, it's a way of making sure that you lock in gains before you lose everything. So anyway, all right, let me scroll down. Crypto Crack gifted 5 more max voltage mining and crypto memberships. You guys are crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, so that was retro. Wait a minute. Did I just hang on a second? No, that was Crypto Crack that did that. And then Retro Mining did another 5. Holy crap. Rusty MX, CC Trackend, John D, and Classic IT Guy, and Bill Clancy. Thank you very much. Wow, I'm up to, I don't know what my peak was, but I was up at 100 viewers at one point, it looks like. But anyway, thank you very much, Retro Mike Crypto. Very much appreciate. Sorry, Retro Mike Tech. Changing the name has thrown me. Appreciate it. And UK Miners Club gifted 5 more as well. Thank you very much. Turtle Tech, Paul D, Dan Ruggs Caspa, who's been silent on the Caspa conversation. Shame on you. Hero Shade and Denise. So thank you all very much for becoming new members, even though it was at the gifting of UK Miners Club. So for those of you that don't know, I do have a channel in Misfit Mining, and there is one called OnlyFlans. And once you become a member, as long as you've linked your YouTube account to your Discord account, you should have access to that channel, which is only to my members. So there you go. All right. And let's see, I'm going to look at some tags. Hash Force, good evening to you as well. Hilo Crypto, hello, hello, hello. And, oh, Panda's here. Anyway, just kidding, Panda. Welcome. I'll track. I bet you had a members only jacket back in the day. You know it, dude. You know it. Yes, I did. Anyway, I think it was a members only leather jacket even. I wonder if I still have that. Anyway, so wow, Red Pandas. I'm your only moderator here. Oh, Chump Change is here as well. Well, that's because you didn't tag me, Chump Change. That's why you didn't get a hello. And neither did Red Panda, but sorry, Sunflower Mama called out Red Panda, didn't call you out, Chump Change, so it's her fault. Anyway, oh, you're welcome, Joker Miner. I see you there. Thanks for staying up and chatting when I was driving. Appreciate it. Yeah. I know how much that can help. Definitely know how much that can help. So happy to do my small part. That's for sure. All right. Let's see. What else was I going to go over? Oh, there were a couple of things. So we are getting close to the end of tax time. Have I done my taxes? No. Have I done my father's taxes? No. Have I worked with any of my kids on their taxes? No. Time is getting short, people, and I know it better than anyone. So while my Koinly stuff is mostly done, as far as reviewing all the transactions, I still have a few months left to do. I've been doing a little bit at a time. But one of the things, as I get asked questions, because people know I've talked about Koinly, and one of the reasons why I really like Koinly is because of the fact of their integrations. And even when integrations are kind of questionable, I guess, there is no integration basically because the tool doesn't allow it. For instance, Zelcore, they at least give instructions. You can look up, for example, you can look up, where is it? There it is. You can look up Kaspa Zelcore, and this is what will pop up: filing your Zelcore wallet tax reports. And it gives you a description of how does it work? How can you make this work with Koinly to get the information over there? So they've got a great plethora of information regarding how Koinly works with different things. If you wanted to do, say, let's look at let's do Koinly Binance. And I have not done this, so this is completely how to file your Binance taxes. I mean, they have all of this. This, I'm sure, is going to talk about how to do how to basically link it up with their API. And they got a video on it as well. So yeah. Anyway, so just keep that in mind. It's definitely a great resource, not only because of the service they provide with getting all of your crypto transactions in one place, but also helps you with the information of how to do your taxes as well. So I will post my affiliate link. So if you are still not completed with your taxes like I am, check it out. Affiliate links do help the channel, so appreciate it. If you were planning on using Koinly or you're still undecided, go check that out. It is the service I've used for the last 2 years, and I really like it a lot. There's other services out there that do basically the same thing. I just, in my personal opinion, think Koinly does it slightly better. So anyway, UK Miners Club, just want to one-up Retro Mike Tech. Okay then. Well, thank you for the super chat, UK Miners Club. It's like a battle between the two, so knock it off. Knock it off. Retro Mike, get wrecked. Alrighty. So there was that. And the other thing I wanted to go over, I never talk about Crypty. and that's shame on me. They worked with me to, oh, I can't even think about, could be it, right? Yeah. No, that is not it. I can't believe I cannot even think about how to spell this thing. There we go. Oh, because it's crypty.co. That's why. Anyway, but they have all your favorite YouTubers on here, including, well, except for me. I'm not your favorite YouTuber, but yeah. But anyway, got a lot of great stuff on here. I personally have the max voltage mug. I really enjoy that. Let me see what else is here. And I also have the t-shirt. What else do I have? Oh, I have the hat. What am I talking about? I love this hat. Man, I like this hat as well. I think this hat's really cool too. I don't have that one, but I have this one. Thing I really love about this one is the fact that it's got my little face on the side of the hat. I think it's very cool. I like that. It's all embroidered. You know, the details is the needle stitch, whatever, embroidery, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, but yeah, love this hat. Had trouble finding it for the stream on Saturday night. It was driving me crazy. That's why that was one of the reasons why I was late, because I couldn't find the hat. What was that? Oh, from Crypty. So the contract stated it, but I haven't seen anything, and that's perfectly fine. You know, he doesn't make a lot of money on this site, so I don't even care. I just figure it's a way for anybody that wants to, you know, wants some stuff, go buy it from him. He's a great guy, busy guy, and so anyway, yeah, I like it. I'm not really doing it for the money. As far as this goes, it was just wanted to get some merch out there. He's a really good guy, and thought he was a good guy to work with, and he has been a good guy to work with. My only problem with him is he can't find a flannel. Come on, dude, find a flannel. No, I'm just kidding. That, and I wanted him to do cycling socks, not just regular socks, but evidently, you know, that was hard to find as well, as far as doing custom cycling socks, because pretty much if you're going to do custom cycling socks, you really need to do a large batch. I might end up doing those on my own though. I have some contacts that I think from my previous days in the cycling industry that I might be able to get those at a really killer deal. So, hey, if you're interested in getting some socks, let me know. All right. So, okay, I'll do that in a second. Jeez. So I finished the poll, and yes, if you are holding Caspa, or are you selling or buying? So 46% of you said you don't have any, 36% said buying, and 16% said selling. I didn't actually vote, so I guess you could say it's 72 votes, and I would be selling right now. And again, just not all of it, just a portion of it. Right now, I've sold 25% is what I've sold so far. Yes, compression socks for the old man out there. Yes. So all of you that want. Anyway, Ashworth, can we get some high leggings? No, that would be a no. Anyway, Crypto Craig, thank you for gifting another 5 max voltage mining and crypto memberships. So we have Y2K Anonymous, Arc, Murky Solution, Austin, and Dan Terrio. So congratulations to all the winners there. All right. Let me, okay. So anyway, that was that. And that was pretty much everything I had for this evening. So rest of it will be, you know, AMA. So let me know if you guys have any questions out there. Y2K Anonymous says, just don't pay me, pay taxes on my membership gift. I am sure the IRS Well, I won't say it, but you know what I was going to say. I don't think that's an issue. Let's just put it that way. They're not going after any $5 crap. Anyway, that's my thought, not financial advice, but that's my thought. IRS is watching. Yeah. Don't think so. Don't think so. I guess I might be in some trouble if they are. Anyway, let's see what else was going on this week. Oh, so personally, I'm actually, you may be wondering why I'm kind of in a little bit of a good mood, fired up. I'm in a different building this week. And it's refreshing to be in a different environment, and not just in a different environment, but in a spot where people are looking for you to provide solutions as like an extra, which means I can be creative. I can not have to worry about doing the day to day and just concentrate on creating the solutions that the building needs. And that's, to me, is very exciting. So today was kind of a get the lay of the land, make some changes, get an idea of what needs to be done for the week. And now I've got a plan for the next 4 days of what I need to get done. And it's going to be challenging, but it's going to be great. And the people that I'm helping are excited about it. Not only that, it's not just that though, because they like I said, they needed some help, and they have some new people, and some of the new people were discouraged, I guess. So I was also able to kind of build up their spirits a bit, and that felt good to do, because, you know, it's not fair when you have somebody, anytime you start a new job, like the first 2 weeks, you don't know anything. Nobody expects you to know anything. But after 2 weeks, they expect you to know a little bit of something. And because the expectation's there, sometimes people can feel like the expectation is more than what it is. And especially people that care and want to do better all the time. They're never satisfied in their own performance. And that's when people struggle a little bit, they get down on themselves. So trying to build up one specific person that was in the office today, trying to build that person up, saying, look, you know, you're being too hard on yourself. You're doing just fine. You know, that she had a particular situation that she had trouble addressing, and somebody else was being a little short with her as far as how things were being done. And the information was correct, just the way it came across, I think, was a little harsh, I guess. So I told her, I said, just take the information, forget the attitude. And it's not the person that had attitude. It was just they were compartmentalizing what they had to do. And that was their quick way of stating what needed to be said, and went back to doing what they were doing. And it was just the way it came out. I said, just take the information and then take it and then ask more questions if you need to. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You'll get there. But the best people are the people that ask a lot of questions up front, because you get them all out of the way, and then you become more productive. It can be frustrating for some people, but just know that you're doing it the right way. So she seemed to feel a lot better about it at the end of the day. So I was happy to, you know, I mean, I wasn't pumping her up just to pump her up. I was pumping her up because she needed a little bit of support, and she was doing a good job. She's only been there 3 weeks. You know, you come across something that isn't the way it's supposed to be, and you're going to go, what do I do? Even if you were told 2-3 times, it's still something that you haven't come across very often. So while the other person's come across it, you know, 300 times at that point. So anyway, it's just really neat to be in that element. And I know I'm going to fully enjoy this week, except I know tomorrow when I get home, I'm going to have to work. I have to do some work from home, but oh well. But at least I'll be able to concentrate on that and get done with it. So anyway, but that's why you may notice I'm kind of in a little bit better mood than I normally am on Monday, and kind of a little bit more pumped up. Okay, Retro Mind Crypto with the $5 super chat, appreciated. Panda wants to know what that thing is that you're talking into. No, I think he's like, it's a mic. Panda has a microphone. Panda has a microphone. I'm not sure what you mean. I know he has a microphone. Max needs a flannel shirt to play checkers on. Checkers is not my game. That is for sure. Chess isn't either, for that matter. Yeah, Max can afford to pay for gas this week now. It's funny you mentioned that because yeah, I will be traveling much further, and but the company covers the miles, so and covers the extra tolls. So I won't get that until the end of next month, but that's fine. Not a big deal, but at least I know that yes, they will cover the extra distance. And then Crypto Craig says, with all these new members, Max Voltage Mining and Crypto better be putting out some OnlyFans content. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, the thought crossed my mind. You know, I'm getting to the point where I've got quite a few members here, and yeah, I might have to do like a members only stream on like Sunday or something. So the thought crossed my mind. No promises at this point, but yeah, I have been thinking about that, especially with you know, having as many members. Anyway, appreciate all the gifted members. Appreciate all the members that joined anyway. Very much appreciate you all. Nerd Beast says, it is amazing how many people are afraid to ask questions. It is okay to show that you do not know everything. Exactly. What I think what people forget is they forget what it was like when they started. And when they're answering questions, they're like, I've answered that like 5 times. I know, but did you answer that 5 times in one day? Or did you answer that 5 times over a period of 2 weeks? There's a big difference, because if this is something you come across one every 2 to 3 days, you might not forget it. And people learn at different rates. There's a guy, forklift operator. And I actually had open conversations with him about it. He started out, he was really slow. He obviously cared, and he was just being ultra careful. He was a slower learner. He wasn't slow. I don't mean like anything like that. He was it just for some reason, it just didn't like click with him like it does with some people with what he was doing. But now he's one of my best pickers. It does mean though that when we introduce him to new tasks, we have to be more patient with him. He'll get there, but we need to be more patient with him to say, look, this might take him a couple of days to kind of understand everything, do things the right way, but he will do things the right way. So everybody's different. But if in the end they get to do what you want them to do, and you do it in a good way, and they're satisfied and they like working there, it's a win. It's a win for the company. It's a win for the person. So anyway, we'll hopefully I can maybe figure out a way to coach the person that was answering the questions at some point. But we'll see. That's a little bit more delicate, because that's you're telling somebody who thinks they're doing everything right, or may think that they're doing everything right, and trying to give them constructive feedback, which isn't always well received depending on the person. So we'll see. All right, let me scroll down. Oh, it jumped on me. Oh, there we go. Has that pep in his step this Monday? Someone gift memberships. Honestly, it had nothing to do with the gifting of memberships. That did please me. I'm not saying that at all. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, the pep in my step was, well, on top of the fact that I took like an hour nap when I got home. That didn't hurt either. I stayed up too late last night, like I normally do on Sunday nights. But Hashfor says, did you hear NASDAQ says they're going to allow crypto custody platform? I did hear that. I mean, obviously it's, think about it this way. When you have an additional distribution, let's say you had a product that you were selling and you sold online and you sold at a couple of boutique, smaller stores, and then you hit Walmart. Well, yeah, being able to sell at Walmart, you're hitting a lot more people in a lot more locations. You should be able to sell a heck of a lot more product. Well, that's kind of what I think about with NASDAQ. It's getting a lot more exposure to crypto and makes it a lot easier and gives you a huge distribution outlet. So I think it's a great thing. All right. And let's see. Chump Change. His stream today sounded like a 90s Nintendo commercial on Panda stream. Oh. Oh, sorry. I didn't actually watch his see, the problem is Retro My Crypto was nice enough to make sure that at 5 o'clock this morning that I had content to watch. Panda wasn't quite so nice. He released it his normal time. Whatever. So I didn't get a chance to watch his video. So it is what it is. Just giving you some crap, Panda. And taunting you with Windex. That's an inside joke. But anyway. So all right. Let's see what else we got here. I sense Hive Mapper, Max. Actually, speaking of that, I think I will be getting one soon. So we shall see. I am actually pretty excited about that. I still have some tie-ins with Uber drivers and such. So I honestly think if you're driving for DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, any of those types of platforms, I forget what the grocery shopping one is. The Shift is another one. Deliver's another one. In case you didn't know, actually speaking, because like Shopify is what a lot of the online platforms like Crypto uses Shopify. Deliver is now owned by Shopify, so they now have a delivery platform as well. So anyway, Deliver. I'm trying to think of the other one. Anyway, the one that does grocery shopping. I can't think of what it's called. Oh, well, yeah, there's Postmates as well. That's not the one I was thinking of. But anyway, you get the idea. Anytime you're driving for any of these platforms and you're driving all over the place, it makes all the sense in the world to have a Hive Mapper. You're driving and you're making crypto and you can cash out. So not saying you should. Yeah, Shipped is another one. That one I believe is owned by Target now, I think. Or Meijer. I think it's Target. Pretty sure it's Target. But anyway. So yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that out. I would have loved to have had it this week because I would have used it to drive to down to the new office, which is a longer drive. And then I would have taken a couple of different ways as well on the way home, not necessarily on the way down because I've got to get to work at a certain time. But on the way back, I would have taken a couple different ways. And then the wife is going out of town, so I would have given it to her so she can take it on her drive. But it is what it is. There will be other opportunities like that. So yeah, Joker Miner should have used for Florida. Yeah, absolutely. It would be great to have used for that. Yes, you might be going over previous locations that other people have because you're driving mainly interstates. But where my wife is going, she would be taking non-interstates for a good portion of the time. So thinking that would have been really good for her of taking an area where not as many people travel. So yes, Retro Mike Tech says, yeah, not as effective on the interstate. That's correct. But at the same time, you're in a different area of the country and you might be driving around in an area where there aren't many Hive Mappers. So anyway, it just would have been a good opportunity to see what would have happened, would have helped the review that I will eventually do on it. So at any rate, I'm looking forward to checking it out. That's for sure. Let's see what else. I think that about does it. If anybody's got any other questions, I'll stay on for 5 more minutes. See if anybody else has any questions. See Sunflower Mouse says UK Miners Club. We do not. Do you just have Just Eat and Deliveroo over there? I've heard of Deliveroo. I don't think that's in the States, but I have heard of it. I have not heard of Just Eat though. Wrecked Delivery. I have not heard of Wrecked. That would be an interesting name. That's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a good week. I've been thinking about new business opportunities. Have a couple of ideas. Not sure which one I necessarily want to do. Yeah, Max Maher did a video that kind of said, hey, you know, you could try all these different things. And a lot of them didn't make sense, but it got the juices flowing of thinking of some ideas. So, yeah, I'm getting up there in age and would like to have a business a side business at least, that I could take past age 65 and not be still working in a warehouse at age 65. Actually, we have one guy in our warehouse. He's in maintenance. I may have mentioned this before, but he's like upper 80s. Like, I don't know. I don't remember his exact age, but he's over 85 years old and he's still working in maintenance. And he is funny guy, great to be around and very helpful. So yeah, it's pretty crazy that he's still working. Is he working by choice? I didn't really ask him are you working because you have to, because you don't have enough money? I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like he's working because he has to. It seems to me he's working because he wants to. Man, I don't even think he uses all his vacation days, honestly. He's just kind of like, if I'm at home, he doesn't have any pastimes or anything like that. So he's like, what am I going to do at home? He's talked about that. So I'm pretty sure it's not because he has to, but because he wants to. Oh, wait a minute. What is Retro Mike triple dog daring somebody? UK Miners Club. Jesus. I guess that's what he was triple dog daring you, I guess. Gifted 5 more max voltage mining and crypto memberships. I'm thinking we're running out of people to give memberships to at this point. So Freedom Miner, Hillbilly Change XD, Brad Johns, Humperdink, Winglestink. You just made that name up just to make me say it. I guarantee it. And Cherish were all gifted members by UK Miners Club. So congratulations and thanks again to UK Miners Club for gifting the memberships. He has to work bear market, man. Crypto Crack, damn it. You guys are funny. I'm gonna end the stream before you guys have any more competitions. Crypto Craig, have you allowed yourself to get a gift? That's a very good question. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't think there's like a click like don't allow yourself to be part of the giveaway. I've never noticed that in the past, but maybe I missed it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys all being here. Yeah, it's been a good day and I'm looking forward to this week. And oh, really? Steven Cicero, yes, you have to allow it. So you have to actually check something. That is hilarious. Well, you know, hey, if you're doing a gifting, you kind of, why wouldn't you want one for yourself? You're still giving away 4. It's a lot easier than trying to buy one and then buying 5 more. So there you go. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Sunflower Mama has vacated the premises at this point. And you guys all have a wonderful evening. Peace.